It is April 30th, and that means it's time for the monthly update. Hey, my name is Ben Price. Thanks again for joining me for another monthly update. This one for the month of April, which was, unlike the past few months, quite busy. I started off the month at home in Lethbridge with my family for Easter. We had Easter dinner, and then we decorated some Ukrainian Easter eggs. Easter dinner is always one of my favorite holiday meals because you've got ham instead of turkey. I like ham over turkey. All the sides that you have are usually the same as like a Christmas dinner, but I tend to enjoy Easter dinner a lot more. The pierogies, the Schwartzy potatoes, what we call them. What else do we have? The horseradish and the beets that you put on the ham, it's so good. It's all quite delicious. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite holiday meals. Then we decorated Ukrainian Easter eggs the day after Easter dinner. We usually do it before, but I couldn't be home for that portion of the month. So we did it the day after Easter dinner, which is always fun. I love decorating Ukrainian Easter eggs. It's a process. You start with, obviously, a white egg. You cover or you draw on with pencil your design first, because it ends up being quite an intricate design. If you've never seen a Ukrainian Easter egg before, check one out, or you'll see mine here. But you draw on with pencil your design, and then you cover the parts of the egg that you want to stay white with wax in this tiny little wax pen receptacle. Then you dye it in yellow, and you move from lightest to darkest colors. And the traditional colors, I believe, are yellow, orange, red, and black are like the base colors. And then as the years progressed, they added more and more colors. So you have green and you have pink now, and all the blue, all these other colors. I think I said green, but you have all these colors. You draw, you cover in wax, you dye in your first color. When you take it out of the yellow, you cover all the things you want to stay yellow in the wax, and then you dye it in the next color. It's quite the process. It's really fun. I'm usually quite garbage at it, but I did an okay job this year. I think my egg turned out better than it ever has before, and you only ever have time to do one egg. So it was fun. We had a good time.
That's a demo.
Not as good as mine, of course. No comment. Chuckle.
You did a great job, though. Look at how perfect both of these are.
Identical.
You'd think they would, huh?
They're identical.
Yeah.
After all the excitement of Easter was over, I came home, I got ready, and I flew out to my first contract back since I fell in February. I think I went back a little sooner than I would have liked, but had to get back to it. I have a wedding to pay for, so I had to get back to work. It was a bit of a grind. My first show, my first full 45-minute show absolutely drained me. I got through it, but learned some things as I moved through. So where I normally wouldn't have any water on stage, I had water on stage for the rest of the performances. I had these little dried pineapple chunks that I had hidden in boxes that I have on stage because I needed something to lift my blood sugar. I mean, after the first trick, I popped a piece of the pineapple in because I needed a spike to get through. And then like 2/3 of the way through the show, I had another piece just to get me to the end of the show. It was a learning curve. It was a process, but by the end of the 8 shows that I did, I feel like I had a pretty good feel for how things are going to be progressing moving forward with these shows. And I'm sure as time goes on, I'll build back up the stamina and I will be less drained as my concussion symptoms go away. But for now, it's pineapple chunks and water. It was really nice being back on board the Resilient Lady because I had several friends on, one of which was a bit of a surprise. I knew she was there, but she wasn't meant to be there, so it was nice to have Millie, the hostess, on board for my first contract back. She was doing a fill-in. The hostess they had left, they called her in. She filled in for, I think, 3 months, so I got to see her at the end of her 3 months, which was really nice. Millie, the hostess, who stayed with Tori and I when she came to Canada last year. It was really nice to see her. Maya, who I saw when I was on the Resilient Lady earlier this year, so it was nice to see her again. Oscar's special friend. They're officially dating now. Oscar's girlfriend, I can say that. and Marina, my stage manager that I've worked with several times before. I really love working with Marina. She's great. She's run my show before, so she really knows what she's doing. It was an easy install process, an easy performance process. I have no complaints about Marina, and at this point I feel like more than a stage manager, she's just a friend, so it was nice to see her and do some shows with her on board as my first couple of shows back, because she really took care of me, which I really appreciated. When I boarded the ship in Miami, or the night before I boarded, I guess, Nick Paul, a magician friend that I know from the States, was also in Miami. He was joining another ship, so we landed at about the same time. I think he was a little late, so I got out of the airport, went to my hotel, checked in, and then we met for some tacos in the evening, and then we went to a brewery, had a drink, and chatted a little bit before I went to bed. I was exhausted, so it was quite the grind to get out and go and do this, but it was nice to see Nick. And before we wrap up here at the end of April, I do have a special birthday I need to mention. It was Tori's birthday on April 20th. If you know Tori and you haven't sent her a happy birthday yet, send her a happy belated birthday, better late than never. Special birthday, obviously I'm sad that I wasn't able to be home to celebrate, but we're going for dinner next week because my birthday's also coming up in May, so we're gonna have a bunch of birthday dinners in a row. She's taking me out for my birthday, and then I'll take her out for hers. But happy birthday, Tori. Sorry I wasn't home. I love you so much. Please don't be angry with me, and I'll make it up to you with a nice dinner. So happy birthday. Love you. And that brings us to the end of April. Thanks again for joining me. I will see you at the end of May. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.